First of all, as you know from what I've said from the beginning, I had just gotten elected to Congress 2 years ago with 75% of the vote. I had answered the President Obama's request to serve as his chief of staff. I still own a home here. Look forward to moving into it one day. Vote from here. Pay property taxes here. I do believe that the people of the city of Chicago deserve the right to make a decision of who they want to be their next mayor, which is everything that I've contended since the beginning. The Board of Election has agreed with that. Mr. Morris has agreed with that. And Judge Ballard has agreed with that and that opinion. And I think that fundamentally, that when the president asks you to serve the country, which is what, you guys okay here? Whose is that? I don't know whose is that. What's that? Yours? I'm sorry. When the president asks you to serve the country as his chief of staff, that counts as part of serving your country. And I have no doubt that we will, in the end, prevail at this effort. As my father always used to say, nothing's ever easy in life. So nothing's ever easy. So there's just one turn in the road.
All the evidence that this court has heard so far.
Yeah.
The appellate court heard everything you just said, heard it from your lawyers. They decided opposite of what you believe. What's your reaction to that three-judge panel making that decision?
Well, first of all, you have, as you know, there's another, the dissent opinion is pretty strong and consistent with what Judge Ballard has said. Who's heard this? What the three-panel at the Chicago Board of Election has decided unanimously, as well as what Mr. Morris has decided, and this is different than that. I think obviously this will go to the next level, to the Supreme Court.
As of now, you are not on the ballot. The Board of Elections says they will not put your name on the ballot. It's going to be confusing for voters who vote early.
You think it will be the only confusing for them, Marianne?
What now?
I think, look, obviously my attorneys are going to deal with that and address that and ask for a stay there so we can get our name printed on the ballot as well.
How quickly do you think the Supreme Court can act, Rahm? How quickly?
I mean, obviously, Mike, I'm not a lawyer. I consider that a benefit. I think that's up to obviously them to decide. Our goal is quickly for the very reason that Marianne said, the clarity for not only for the voters, but the clarity for the issues that are at stake here for the city. The city has big issues facing it. And it clearly has a budget crisis, it has a crisis in its schools, and it has no doubt a crisis in the safety of its streets. And this is a big election that would determine, I think, given in the term a mayor got elected, some major decisions that will be determinative for the city's future. Wow. And so in that, I'll be right there.
When are you
hold on a second, I'll be right there. Let me just try to slowly but surely answer all these. I think that in that case, the Supreme Court has an obligation, given not an obligation, they'll hear the case, to make a decision quickly, so both not only the voters have the clarity that they need, but there's a clarity to the issues that are discussing in front of the voters as it relates to the challenges we have as a city for our future.
You think there should be a Supreme Court ruling?
State courts are political places.
What's that?
If the state courts are political places, in part, to what extent do you believe politics might be involved in this decision as it proceeds?
Well, look, Charles, I think that's you guys will make a decision. We have an opinion here. We had a decision by the, as I said before, by the Board of Election, Mr. Morris, as well as Judge Ballard. We'll now go to the next level to make clarity for the voters so they have a decision to make of who they want to be mayor.